So, like I'm saying, like, I don't want it to all be one thing, and because that will kind of reflect a closed off mind. I don't want to come off as I have a closed off mind. Like, so that's really why I've been MIA. I mean, I've been here, man. I've been holding it down, doing my thing. I'm still like keeping up with this shit, studying this shit, but it's like, who am I affecting? Once I get to the point that I can affect some shit with what I'm doing, that's when these ideas can really be backed. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give y'all some idea that can't be backed, and then some nigga see that shit and run off with it. Fuck that. Fuck it. Like, I ain't got time for that shit. Yo. So, basically, this is my little streaming setup. If I stick with it for y'all, I was thinking about doing this shit every week or something like that. But, you know, just to touch base. I was gonna call that shit, what's that shit called? It was a dope little acronym, all I remember. So, and I had that shit in mind forever. Like I said, like, I mean, a lot of y'all know that a lot of my shit got stolen. It was on YouTube. It was all over the place back in like 2013 and 12. So like, why would I give out free shit for other people to be making money off of? And I ain't seen it, y'all. People be etching out my watermarks and shit. I mean, luckily, you have people. I have people within view that were dedicated and consistent to motivate me, you know, 2 or 3 years later, even during the time I was taking off. There was no real time off. I was doing like commissions and shit, but I was more so looking for the time to do absolutely nothing and see when I picked up a pen and see when it was natural and see when I wanted to, and then to create a formula based off that I can produce every day, whatever that feeling is, whatever I'm doing. So if it's like watching a movie, the movies make me want to pause the movie due to, you know what I'm saying, then that'd be my formula. I'd add in watching a movie every day into my routine. Big thing I like doing was consulting, and I'm still doing that. I like consulting. I like looking over design work. I like looking over startups and brands, and I like giving my eye that, you know, like I said, like, I know being creative is in me because that's what I'm good at. Like, there's a degree of mastery in that shit that I have, that I've developed. What I'm saying is through the process of creating mastery in that field, I have a design eye, I have an artist eye, and whether it's a novice eye, whether it's an expert eye, there's still a degree of mastery where you have to, I'm undeniable in what I do. So, but like by no means am I supporting even these little bits of technology that I'm using with my art 100%. This is this is not my main source of income. I do that Jimmy John shit. Y'all know I do that. Y'all know where I'm at. I'm in North Carolina. But yeah, the consulting where I get to use and exercise these eyes, that I really like, because it's a role that I used to do, like being around a creative person and seeing their creative environment and having the interest and the familiarity with presenting concept work, I can then present options. Like, even though that may not be my reality or my environment, my experience, I can present options based off of what I've seen and based off of their input. And that's the biggest part, is partnering. When I partner, then I then create a relationship and a community. And even when the client, collaborator, partner that I'm working with decides to go for another direction in deliverables from somebody else, like, I can give consulting advice, and I can give you advice on who to subcontract for the design work. This is what I'm saying. It don't even have to be me. I take joy in being part of the community. So even when it's not me, but you have like a 3-part series of some music or some short film, and I'm one of the cover artists, or I'm one of the design leads, then it's still a win-win. Like, that's networking at its finest. So I'm big on the consulting. I'm big on keeping my pen moving. As far as a hobby, I'm looking to carve out some time to present to you guys, and hopefully once a week I can touch base with you guys. And whether it's just me and the camera, and this is what I'm realizing from my boy Lord Sketch, and I appreciate him, reaching out to me and like keeping me motivated. Everybody that's been keeping me motivated, man. But yeah, he did a video that made me want to do a video, because he said something in there that made me, it like triggered something from like 2015. It was like, man, I know nobody's watching this. I mean, everybody says that shit, but when he said that shit, and it was like, he was up all night doing this huge ass painting. And I was like, damn, man, me and him be talking, but and there's this whole, because I'm big on psychology, there's this whole like anti-social experiment with social media, like, and with the whole stay at home and quarantine order. Like, you're already giving dysfunctional people, like, like, there's like we're supposed to be more connected naturally before all this stuff. And even those who were not well versed in connecting, introverted, basically what I'm trying to say. You have dysfunctional people that aren't and don't even have the representation or the examples for functional communication and like proper communication. We could be networking a lot easier. We could be building these super groups. Like, there could have been a network of artists. If there isn't one, there easily could be. The whole problem that I've seen over the years is like an umbrella. Who's gonna take the umbrella? What's the name of the umbrella? But once you get over that fuck shit right there, bruh, you're golden. Like, fuck the umbrella. You need one, because that's where the unity lies. That's where the credibility lies. Once you attach everybody together, then it's like the scale is then presented. But yeah, I'm trying to keep this shit short, sweet. I started feeling it like comfortable talking to you guys about 8 minutes in, so now I know my mark. Once I get there, then I need to start toning it down or start editing these things and piecing them together. But like I said, this is probably gonna be the first one. I'm gonna sit this shit on YouTube, and if it gets taken down by me and I put a new intro or some shit, new first video, then that's what it is. But for now, we're gonna let it rock. And just a PSA, man. I'm a real person. I got friends in high places. I'm very resourceful. So yeah, this like, give me feedback on this. All right. Word. I'm out.